just east of, what were we just east of? Maryland Parkway. And I think we had a big contest the other night, and we want to talk about that a little bit. A couple of winners won $1,000 each. And here with that report is our own Marty Martini. Marty, what happened last night? Give us the highlights.
Well, there was an incredible crowd here last night. We had a 6-week competition for a holiday giveaway for $1,000, as Jeffrey knows.
I do know.
Yeah.
I didn't win, I guess.
He didn't win. No, well, you didn't have to be here to win, but you won here at $1,000.
And they had to catch 4 of a kind, right?
Well, you get a 4 of a kind for 6 weeks. You get thrown into the barrel. The ticket does, and then they draw one ticket for the 4 of a kind winner. We had a $1,000 winner, and then we decided, so let's just do some more gambling. So we actually, the next 4 of a kind, we gave somebody $200. The next 4 of a kind, that was live playing right there last night, because we had such a crowd, everybody was gambling. So we, every 4 of a kind, we did $1,000 up for the next 5 people.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. It was a great crowd. And they lasted, they stayed all night. It was busier on grade than it was on swing. The place is getting really, really busy.
Now people don't know what that means.
Oh, great.
Busier on grade than it was on swing. But what do you think, it's a Halloween show?
Well, it's past October. Okay, so
Yeah.
You know, it was a
Happy holidays, by the way.
Thank you so much. I understand you're going back to your old home here soon.
I'm going back to Bear Country. Where the Bears are going to get annihilated by the Packers.
Are you going to
We're going to get to that in a minute. No, I'm going to be in the air during that fateful broadcast.
Good choice.
Yeah, if the Bears, I still keep saying if the Bears had a quarterback, they'd be dangerous, but that's always the case since we've had Ed McMahon.
Yeah. But anyway, it was a great.
Wasn't Ed McMahon?
What swing means is like 4 to 12. That shift that comes in. So we had a free beer Friday from 4 to 8, and then we did the giveaway at 8 o'clock, and we had a lot of bar games played. And
what kind of bar games?
Well, we had
Tie a cherry with your tongue?
one thing was called a shot ski. It was
A shot ski?
A shot ski. Never saw one of
Is
those.
that like a barumski?
Well, I don't know what a barumski is. But it was not barumba. It could be barumba.
Jeffrey with a G knows what it is.
So
comment,
we had a 2x4, and you have 5 shot glasses on it. People stand next to each other, and they have to do it all at the same time without spilling. So it's pretty special.
Yeah, well, spillage is always important. So are you going to continue Free Beer Fridays here at Murphy's Law?
Absolutely. It's been such a success, and it's really busy. It's great for the bar.
So if you're in the neighborhood right now, come on down to Murphy's Law. We're on Flamingo, just east of Maryland Parkway. And if you mention Marty Martini, and you get a couple of cocktails on us. So let's get to week 15. As usual, we've got Mario Moneyline Longobardi to my right.
Good evening, everybody. I have to tell you, I am here fresh from a great victory. My daughter's soccer team 4-0 against the boys from Neon.
Were you able to bet on it?
No, but they
Then what fun
passed
was
the
it?
ball so well. And if I might just digress here 1 second.
Anything about your aunt or uncle or
It actually
any other
does
relatives you
need-
want to talk about?
Actually-
The chess game that was going on?
We are all congregating for the holiday party with the girls afterwards, and it must be talked about.
It must be.
Horror in the schoolroom in Connecticut yesterday. And
It doesn't have to be talked about. It was a terrible tragedy.
It was a terrible tragedy.
We all know about
It
it.
does need to be mentioned. If we were
Well-
talking about the NFL, we mentioned it, and, you know, I think that
It's sad, it's a terrible thing, and everybody's got their own opinions on it, about gun control and where it's going in this country, and it's terrible, horrific tragedy, and lives were lost, and, we live here in Las Vegas, and 2 people were shot at the Excalibur. But that's not the focus of this show. This focus is about the NFL, Vegas Sports Nuts, and we're gonna go on just as they would want us to go on.
And we are
Look,
going to.
and we're gonna go, Jeffrey with a G, what do you have to say for yourself? Any relatives playing anything?
My father's playing cricket down the street right now.
Can we bet on
I
that?
wasn't able to attend. The over is 7.5, and we did bet the over.
I don't even know how cricket is
I don't
played.
either. It just sounded good though.
Yeah,
like
cricket
3
is,
steps before you hit the ball.
Jonathan, I know
He's a little older. He only takes 2
back there.
steps.
yeah, it's a great pose. It's happy holidays, everybody, and happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, and we're celebrating here at Murphy's Law, and again, stop by if you're in the neighborhood. Did I say it's on Flamingo, just east of Maryland Parkway?
You
Well,
did.
it still is, so come on down, get your keisters down here, let's talk football. If you've got opinions, if you're a Bears fan, if you're a Packers fan, say it isn't so, but come on down to Murphy's Law. If you're a Giants fan, I'm sure Mario would
Right
love
here.
to talk to you about the Atlanta Falcons, but let's start with what happened Thursday night. The Eagles, 5 turnovers. I had the Eagles on the money line, Mario, money line, and I had the under 45.5, which I would have lost anyway. But how come the Eagles can't hold on to the ball is my first question.
Well, the Bengals were fortunate to pull that game out. They definitely took advantage of those turnovers. They blew a game the week before to the Cowboys, and if they would have lost to the Eagles within the NFC East again, their whole season would have gone down the drain. The Bengals are still a dangerous team, but, you know, the Eagles have a hell of a lot of
Ridiculous. That was
talent out there.
ridiculous.
They just-
Come on, I've never seen so many turnovers in my
It's
life.
ridiculous. They
A
expect the
13-10
balls to race.
halftime lead.
It's like
They
the
never
balls
scored
race.
again. They never scored again.
I know, it was 13-10 at halftime.
Paulie and I were sitting there watching the game, we couldn't believe it.
Well, it was absurd, and, you know, 5 turnovers, just, you know, I was yelling at the television, as I'm sure many of you were.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Bengals were a favorite team, and, you know, but I thought it was a decent bet to make the money line bet, and the money line's been paying off for me. Last weekend, I had 4 14 parlays.
I got
all
a ticket in
amazing.
my pocket from last week.
I took most of them
I
on
had
the
the
money lines.
Panthers, it was never in question against the Falcons, and the Ravens. Ravens were up 21-7 in the third quarter and blew that game. They knocked RG3 out of the game, and then the kid Cousins comes in, gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion, and then they win in overtime.
I know.
I said at 5-1, I said, I'm not betting again.
Well, we're gonna
It
talk.
just should have come through. The
We're
Ravens
certainly going to talk
totally
about the
gaffed us.
Redskins again, because the Redskins right now are off on the
Yeah.
parlay cards over at the LVH, because then nobody knows if RG3 is going to be playing or not. Marty Martini's got a Christmas story that he'd like to share with us, I think.
Well, since you have that Christmas tree there, and it's really nice, and I want to just tell you a really nice holiday story. And I'm going to
Oh, I
get this
can't wait.
and walk. It'll be quick, and I'll just let you guys get back to this. So this couple, they were shopping at a holiday
See, it
mall.
already sounds like a
in
joke.
the mall. And they've been married for 5 years, and they was really busy. They really wanted to be, get shopping done. Well, you know, they were really nervous about getting all their holiday shopping done. So they all of a sudden the woman looks up and she says, "Well, where's my husband?" She looked everywhere for him, panicked, couldn't find him. So she calls him on his cell. She says, "Honey, we really got a lot of stuff to do. You know, where are you?" He said, "Well, sweetheart, do you remember 5 years ago when we first got married and we were here at this mall and that jewelry store that was here and you saw that beautiful diamond?"
Oh, honey, you shouldn't have.
And it was that beautiful diamond necklace that you wanted. And at that time I said, "Honey, I know we can't afford this, but one day we will be able to afford it and I will get that for you." She starts getting real teared up and she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Honey, I understand." He says, "Do you remember where that store is, honey?" And she said,
Yes.
"Yes." He said, "Well, because I'm in the sports bar right next to it."
And I sent that joke to him 3 days ago.
You sent it, I read it, Paul Tyra sent it to me, and Marty Martini wanted to share it with us. So let's get on to
Let's
week
come
number
right down to the
15.
game.
We're running out of weeks here, guys.
We are.
Let's talk about my game, the Chicago Bears against the Packers.
Unbelievable.
Packers -3, 42.5, which is a low number, playing at beautiful Soldier Field, not Soldiers, but Soldier Field, right on fantastic Lake Michigan. Mario Moneyline, what do you have to say about Cutler, whether he's gonna play, wounded, not gonna play, and Urlacher being out? I hate to say it, but I think the Packers are just gonna kill him.
Well, the Bears, I see them as a dangerous opponent this week, out of nowhere. They're still without Jennings and Urlacher, and Clay Matthews is back for the Packers. But for some reason, that money line thing gets me, and why take the 2 points when you can get plus 125? I like the Bears with the money line points. I mean, it's not a huge thing, they're at Soldier Field, but why take minus 110 when you could get plus 125?
I'm surprised it's only 3 points.
I know.
Well, it's actually 2 right now, you told me. It's going down. There's a lot of smart money going on.
I've seen 2, 2.5, up to 3 in some
What is it
places.
at LVH?
LVH has 2.
Right now, it's 2. It went down another point.
It's almost
I've
worth
been
taking
on
it,
your
right?
Bears for the last 2 weeks. They killed me with Seattle.
Exactly.
They killed me
No
last
Bears.
week again with the Vikings.
No Bears.
We were all here singing the Bears,
The Bears!
and this week I can't do it.
I've said it before, I say it again, if Coach Ditko was coaching the Bears, it'd be a whole different story.
And you had Ed McMahon.
McMahon, Jim
And let's bring
McMahon,
sweetness
Vince
back, too. Bring
McMahon,
sweetness
anybody named McMahon could corner. But Cutler, I don't know. He's got 2 injuries. I can't see.
Mario
And I hate to go
Clay
against my
Matthews is
Bears.
coming back, and it's going to be Cutler hunting season open again.
Now, the Packers already clinched.
No, they have not.
All right, so it's an important
They have
game.
not
It's an
clinched the
important
playoffs,
game,
but they are a game.
And they are
in the
going
division.
to give up 3-4 sacks to the likes of Julius Peppers and Idonije. I mean, this is not a real good Packer team. I think they're incredibly overrated. They do not have a feature running back. They have a porous offensive line. And
They
they're
are
just
starting
getting
to run
guys
the
back.
ball better.
Yeah,
They are
well,
getting a little
they brought Grant
healthier.
back from 2 years ago after his broken ankle.
Is Jordy Nelson is not playing, correct?
Jordy Nelson is out.
Okay.
And Woodson is still out.
Okay, but Clay Matthews is back, and let's be honest, Cutler's not 100%. He's still dealing with all sorts of issues. Packers have won the last 5 straight up in this series. Cutler's not great. Clay Matthews is back. I am not. By the way, the road team has done very well in this series overall. I just don't like what I've seen with
The
Chicago.
weather's gonna be great, it's gonna be 55 degrees in
Chicago can't win a game right now.
No snow on the ground, so weather's not a factor,
I mean, they're
Jeffrey.
still 5-2 at home so far this year. You
All
know,
right, we're gonna take our first quarter break here. We're gonna come back with plenty more football. We're coming to you live, Vegas Sportsman, Liberty Club. Come on, Bob, get on the radio.